include threats to the police.
In fact, one of the DOJ's own employees, its director of civil rights, was among those whose data was collected. He's married to the head of the Urban League of Portland. Attorney General Rosenblum says she's put at least one employee on paid administrative leave and started an internal investigation. News of the surveillance comes as Rosenblum is heading a statewide task force to implement a law that prohibits profiling by law enforcement. Nicole Brown is the field director at the Center for Intercultural Organizing, which signed onto the Urban League's letter of complaint. She says the incident raises a lot of questions.
We are deeply troubled by what happened, and we think that it's a serious issue and shows how profiling is a problem at the highest and most systemic levels.
But Brown says she has faith in the investigation. David Rogers is the executive director of the ACLU of Oregon, which also signed on